Hey everybody, this is Solid here doing another basic guide for everybody. And today, what I'm going to be covering is secret hotkeys and tips for all the new players that are going to be playing in Company of Heroes 2 multiplayer, or just the game itself in general. So for me right now, I have a 2v1 comp stomp just to make it easier for me to kind of go over these hotkeys. So pretty much what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be showing you guys hotkeys that I use that you guys might not know about. So, very first thing about Company of Heroes 2 and any RTS really is getting used to clicking as little as possible if you can press a button. So, when you're in a battle, you don't want to have to go down and move your cursor down here, press A. You don't want to have to go and press V, right? It's much easier just to press V, right? And then escape B, escape V. It's a lot quicker to do that than it is for you to go down here V and then click on these buttons. So these little letters here on the bottom left of these buttons, those are the hotkeys for these abilities. Okay, so if you want to retreat, that's the T button, so press the T and they'll run back into their headquarters, right? So learn them, learn these hotkeys, get used to doing your best, and just play against a computer where you don't click any of these, and all you do is you just practice pressing hotkeys. After about 10 games or so against computers, you should get really good at, instead of clicking, just pressing the buttons. Okay. Okay, so that's hotkeys and learning the hotkeys. Okay, and just a heads up, by actually no, I will cover that later. Another thing a lot of players do is a lot of new players go like this. They scroll their mouse over to the edge and they start to like look around like this. Okay. I mean, if you just wanted to take a look like up here, it's okay to scroll it like that. If it's just like an inch over. But if you want to look, let's say, in the center of the map, doing this is way more inefficient than just clicking on the minimap. So if I just left click here, it'll go right to that center, or it'll center that part onto your screen. So this is a lot quicker, okay? Way quicker than scrolling back to your infantry, okay? It's a lot quicker doing that. Okay, so do your best not to scroll unless, like I said, you want to move like these engineers over to this little truck. There's no point of you trying to like click the minimap. You can just easily just scroll over like that, and now you can move them into green cover, right? Another thing about the minimap is if the numpad 0 will bring up this big one. I don't use this very often, but it's a very good way to quickly check like the cutoffs, right? The cutoff positions. Like this one cuts off like everything from down here, so it's really good to find the cutoff regions with this big map. It's a little bit more difficult to do that with this little small one, but with numpad 0 you can just zoom in. It's a big map, so really good hotkey to use. Like I said, I don't use it very often, but sometimes I'll quickly do that. Another hotkey is the F1 to F5s. Okay, so let me just quickly build something here, and what you're gonna notice is that now these are your building hotkeys, right? Or your building tabs, sorry. The first one is F1, the next one is F2, F3, F4, and F5. So if you wanted to quickly go to your headquarters, go F1, F2 to the next one, etc, etc, etc. So if I wanted to do that, and if you notice my cursor is right in the middle there, and I just built the conscript, right? I can go M, T, and now it's going to do a bunch of these upgrades for me. Okay, so again, practicing the hotkeys is really important. And so we'll just wait until so how am I cycling through these and having my camera lock onto the buildings? I just double tap. It's called double tapping. So if I double tap the headquarters, F1, it'll go right to it. F2 will go right to the special force command. And here I'll grab a sniper and a battalion. Okay, so there we go. And the next thing I want to talk about is hotkeying your squads. Okay, so is this my squad? Yeah. Okay, so right now I have conscript and engineer. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate them. Okay, so if you press Control and 1, you'll see like this blue, baby blue kind of bracket number. That means that this squad is 1, this squad is 2, Okay, so now I can cycle between the two by just double tapping. 1 1 2 2 1 1 2 2. You can combine them together by having them both selected, pressing 1. So now you have them in squad of 1. I try not to do this too much because sometimes if you need to retreat one of the squads and you press 1 and T, they both will retreat. So I try not to do that. But sometimes some players prefer it. Okay, so that's hockey in groups. I'll have a sniper now. I'm gonna hockey this. Okay. What you might have noticed is what I just did there. And that's the next thing I want to talk about is clicking these banners. Okay. So sometimes you'll have like your units like around the map, and then you notice that you know, let's see. And then you'll notice let me just do something here. Okay, you'll notice these little clocks. These clocks means that right now your units are doing nothing, right? And let's say you don't have these hockeyed. Okay, let's say you don't have these hotkeyed. The next best thing for you to do is to click here, and now it goes right to them. Double clicking it. Double clicking it, okay? If you double click it, you'll get there. You'll go right to their... It's the same thing as the double tapping the hotkey group. Okay, so clicking it, clicking it, clicking it, clicking it, okay? Really, really handy. So right now I have like my groups all around. I have these guys, the clock here saying that they're doing nothing, right? So I can send them off to do this. And again, I'm gonna show you guys clicking the minimap. If you notice that my cursor changes, it has like that little radar kind of symbol. That means that you want to send your unit to go and capture. Okay, so that's what I'm making them do. I'm gonna send the snipers to go and capture. I'm gonna send these riflemen, conscripts, not doing anything to help go and capture. Okay, you can also A and then click onto the minimap, and that means that they're gonna go there. This is pretty dangerous. Oh shit, machine gunners. I'm gonna back it up. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is exiting buildings. Now this is something that even I learned very recently here. So I'm gonna actually go into this building where it's safe. Oh shit. Come on, I want to quickly show this. Come on. Okay, let's show it inside this building. Yep, these guys are pinned. I'm gonna send them back. Okay, so you see this building? If you look around it, there's a few exits. Okay, so there's a few exits, right? So this is something that I learned very recently. Is when you have this building selected, you press tab. It will select your unit, right? If you press D, which is the hotkey to exit a building, let's say someone throws in a Molotov at the front of this building. Okay, if they throw a Molotov at the front of this building, this side of the building will start to burn. So you don't want to exit out the burning door. So what you should do is tab D, click in the direction that you want to make your units leave. So I want them to go through the back door. Okay, now let's say that they came from behind and they threw their Molotov or their grenade, or let's say they have a tank right here, and you don't want to exit out this way. You want to exit out at the front. Same thing, tab D, click outside here. They'll leave on this side. And this is really handy. Oh shit, my snipers are gonna die. Okay, so that's a really, really good one that I recently, like I said, just found out. Now, queuing up commands. That's the next thing I want to talk about. So what you can do is you can click on the minimap. Okay, so let's say, so click on the minimap. So now they're gonna go and capture this. If you hold Shift and then you click on the next capture point on this minimap, and let's say, because this is queuing up commands saying after you finish that, do this next thing, do this next thing, do this next thing. So I had it so that they're gonna go down here, they're gonna go up here, and up here. So now they're gonna automatically go and do that. I don't have to babysit them. Okay, the only time that I have to worry about them is if I hear something going, "We're under attacks," you know, things like that. Then I'll go and I'll check up on them and see what the hell's going on. But now they're gonna go and do their thing. They're gonna go and capture this point. They're gonna go and capture this right after that. They're gonna capture this right after that, and then this. Okay, and then they'll show up as a clock if they're just sitting there doing nothing. Let me just quickly build another building there. So that's queuing up commands. Drag click direction. Now this is a big one that I was playing the game for like 3 days and didn't know about, and it really sucked that I didn't know about it. So I'll quickly do that with you guys. And this is really good for machine gunners. So these guys probably should have went into the building here. If they go into this building, they start sniping these these MGs, it should be GG. But I can't see them. I don't have vision on them apparently. Oh, there we go. Snipe them. Snipe them. Oh, this tree is probably in the way. The true sight's in the way. Okay. Oh, I'm still just trying to kill time here while I. Okay. So while I'm waiting for this building to finish, a few hotkeys that are very handy to get the hang of. Okay. Okay. So right now, these guys. The very first one I'll talk about is the reverse, and I will build a half track to show you guys that. I'll show you this one here. Okay, I should upgrade the flamethrowers here. I'm just gonna quickly grab a doctrine. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys. So these guys are chilling, right? So I can get them out of the building. Get 2-2-2. These guys are chilling as well. Flamethrowers are ready, so now these guys are gonna get roasted. Okay, so machine gunners. Okay, I'm gonna have. Where are these guys? Okay, so machine gunners, machine guns, mortars, pack guns. Okay, so let me build an AT gun. Okay, so you guys see this little cone here? Okay, this is the direction that you want your machine gun to be aiming at. So if you just, let's say I want them to set up behind this truck. Okay, so I'm gonna click and hold. Okay, so I'm gonna click, and then I'm gonna drag, and then you can decide where you want them to aim. So let's say I'm gonna want them to aim down this road, so that when someone comes down this road, they are going to attack them. Okay. Now, see, so that's how that's done. Okay. So you click, hold it, drag your mouse, and once you drag your mouse, you will get this cone. You can press escape to cancel if you like the position already. That was another one. Okay, now the buttons that you should be practicing. So everyone, like I was saying before, the retreat button is very important for unit. What is that? Preservation. Okay. So if you're in a bad situation, press T for not surrender. For retreat. Okay. Right. So pressing T, getting the hang of that, really useful. For microing vehicles, and this is such a big part of Company of Heroes, is microing your vehicles. And sometimes you get into a spot where you're like, holy shit, there's a tank up ahead, and you don't want to turn your vehicle around. Okay, like you don't want to have to turn your vehicle around in like little circles like this, to get out of there. What you would rather probably do is reverse. So the U key, is to reverse. Okay, so you get the hell out of there, right? So if you're going in, you're like, holy shit, there's a tank right here. Instead of clicking backwards, you just press U and then click, U and click, U and click, and this will tell them to reverse out of there. Okay, really, really important. So again, drag and click will change the direction of the AT gun. Okay, so retreat is good, reverse is good, reinforcements. Okay, so right now I don't have anyone that's injured, so maybe I should go and injure someone. Actually, hold on, I do have someone that's injured. These guys are injured. They're missing a squad here. So I just retreated them, and I'm gonna reinforce them. Okay, and reinforcing your squad is a lot cheaper than you buying another squad and waiting for them to get built, right? So I'm just gonna wait for these guys to retreat here. So they're missing a squad member, right? So they're 4, so I can double tap them once they're out of the retreat, and you can reinforce them. Okay, you can reinforce them. So I'm gonna press reinforce, and they're just gonna reinforce. Okay, so the R key, really, really important. R, T, and U. R, T, and U. Those are really important keys. And now I'm back to 6 squad members. Okay. What else is there? Backspace to reset your camera. So sometimes you'll accidentally, maybe you'll press the Alt key or something, and now your camera's all messed up. If you just double tap backspace, it'll bring it right back to the default camera. And last but not least, and this is like, I don't use this very much because I would prefer not to leave my left hand off of my ASDF key, and on the left side of the key, is the Alt period key. Will cycle through your Your squad? Okay. I don't find this as efficient as, let's say, you know, the 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and just clicking. Because sometimes you don't want to cycle through from here all the way to here, right? You just want to click it, click it, click it, right? And then let's see here, what else is there? And then the alt dash or question mark key is the vehicle one. Okay, so if you have a bunch of vehicles, you can cycle through the vehicles with that. And if you guys don't like these hotkeys or these default hotkeys, don't worry. Company of Heroes 2, they are aware that people want to customize their own hotkeys, and they are working on it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Like it, thumb it up, and comment on it if you guys like. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.